You have entered a no-cap zone. The names of the people involved have been changed to protect their privacy, but the story is true. Now, I know you read the title, and I know what you're thinking.
Impossible.
There's no way a girl rejected math. Well, the truth is, I wasn't always the smooth criminal you know and love today. This is a story about the time I got rejected by a girl in front of my entire class. So it's my first year in high school, and if y'all remember from Storytime number 1, I started school a year early. So I was 14 in the 10th grade. Now, when I was putting my notes together for this story time, I was thinking, how can I best paint a picture of who I was as a 14-year-old slopmore? The upperclassmen called us
Slotmores.
Imagine you and your best friend are starting high school together. We're new to the school. It's really a chance for us to reinvent ourselves, to try and finally become popular. We want to look cool. We want to be cool. Our plan was to wear shades and white t-shirts every day to school. Like, that was our planned look. Now, this plan, it had a lot of holes in it. Let me tell you, the first day of school, we're basically dressed the same. Not on purpose, but we put this little style together, so we're going for a certain look. Now, it was a dumb look, but at least when we were together, you could kind of see what we were going for. Now, I hadn't thought of the fact that we have different classes. So most of the day, I'm walking around alone, dressed like I'm from Boys in the Hood, when I'm clearly a 14-year-old nerd. Maybe an even bigger oversight was that I wore glasses in the 10th grade. So when I have my shades on, I can't see. So I'd basically be walking the halls like a blind person, accidentally ignoring my friends because I can't see them. Oh, and another thing I didn't think of. The boys from my neighborhood, they're all seniors, so they're actually cool. But when they saw me in the hall with my dumb shades on, they just looked at me like, bro, what are you doing? That's where my swag was when I started high school. So yeah, it was a rough year. Now, I'm planning on having a lot of girlfriends this year, right? Getting girls in high school is the number one goal. I would basically try to talk to every cute girl in my class. I guess the dumb guy part was that I wasn't really understanding any clues like eye contact or body language from the girls that actually wanted me to talk to them. So there was a lot of me telling jokes and smiling at girls that were basically ignoring me. You know how in the movies a guy waits until like the big dance to ask his crush out?
Will you be my girlfriend? Sure.
Well, that was me. Everything I did was based off of something I saw in a movie. And my crush was a lucky young lady named
Latrice Barsons.
She was in my anatomy and physiology class, and I had basically forced my way into sitting next to her. So I'd be cracking jokes, laughing way too much at whatever she said, just basically hoping she liked me. The possibility that she might actually like me back was all 14-year-old math could hope for. And I pretty much did that for the whole beginning of the school year. My riz took like 6 months to work on a girl. So since school started, I've been dreaming. If she goes to the dance with me, maybe she becomes my girlfriend. Now, back then, we didn't have these viral promposals. If you wanted to ask a girl out, you basically walked her to class or walked her to her locker and you just asked her. So that's what I did. And guess what, y'all? She said yes. Now, it was a long time ago and I don't remember everything, but it wasn't like an excited into it yes. It was like a yes because you asked me 2 months before the dance, and possibly a fake yes because she was young. She probably wasn't used to like telling guys no and possibly hurting their feelings. To be fair, I was harmless. If she said no, I probably would have been sad and embarrassed, but I understand. It's not easy for girls to be on the other side of that question either. But yeah, I took that yes and ran with it. I was happy. So I started planning how this homecoming dance was going to go. I got to get a limo, I got to get a tuxedo, I got to get the corsage. I had big plans in my head. Now looking back, there were some early warning signs. But the first time you see these signs, you don't know what they mean. You're just thinking, that's weird. I haven't seen Latrice all day, even though we have like 3 classes together. Oh well. And when I did see her, she was definitely less friendly and less comfortable talking to me, especially the closer we got to the day of the dance. So yeah, it definitely felt awkward and off, but I was so inexperienced that I just powered through all of that. I wanted to take my crush to the dance. I wasn't gonna let numerous awkward encounters and red flags stop me. I'm thinking she said yes, so she meant yes. If she didn't want to go, she would just tell me straight up, right?
Wrong. Wrong.
Now let's talk about the day it all went down. Latrice and I have our science class together, first period. So it's basically off the bus, straight to class, no stops. And I remember looking forward to that class. The love of my life sits right next to me and we're going to homecoming together. So that morning, I walked to class by myself as usual. It just so happened that day, the teacher was late. So there's a big crowd of people at the classroom door. So as I walk up to the crowd, I'm definitely looking for my crush, but my spidey senses start going off because there's like a lot of girls crowded up near the bathroom door. The boys and girls bathrooms are at the ends of the hall, and the girls' bathroom is near the class entrance. So the whole class is basically gathered right there. We're packed in that hallway enough so that you can't really see past a few people. And this is all kind of happening at once. I'm walking up, looking for Latrice. There's this big unexpected crowd because the teacher's late. All the girls from class are standing in front of the bathroom door, but also looking at me. So I'm like, what? The hallway goes silent. The girls' bathroom door starts to crack open. I can't see inside, but I definitely noticed the door slowly cracking open because all the girls that were standing there staring at me now look like they've seen a ghost. And to whoever is opening that door, they're given the... In that deafening silence, I hear a voice whisper,
Is he out there?
it was Latrice.
Oh!
She was hiding in the bathroom so she didn't have to talk to me. Y'all remember this meme face?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
That drawing was based off the face I made in real life that day. I honestly don't really remember much after that, just that moment of public humiliation. I mean, the whole class was there. Definitely every girl in class saw and knew what happened. And they probably been standing there for like 10 minutes waiting for the teacher. So by the time I get there, literally everybody knows what's going on except for me. Imagine being the last person to find out that your crush and promised homecoming date never wanted to go with you. That was a major L. That's the only thing I even remember from 10th grade. Now, for unrelated reasons, I went to a different high school the next year, and I eventually made a comeback. By my senior year, I was winning, and things got better and better from there. About 3 years later, guess what? I bumped into her again. I was home from school, I happened to be driving through her neighborhood, and I literally bumped into her in the gas station. I was actually excited to see her again. At 17, I was a lot more comfortable and confident than I had been back then. Not saying I was Wizard of Oz, but I had come a long way since science class, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. So naturally, I shot my shot again. I was definitely expecting her to say something different this time.
Wrong. Wrong.
She said no again. I can't believe I gave her the satisfaction of saying no twice. At this point, I'm like, okay, she's crazy. I'm up, and she's not even considering it. Eventually, I learned my lesson. If she acts like she doesn't like you, believe her. Focus on the girls who like you back. If a girl likes you, she'll make it easy for you to talk to her. Anything else is probably that girl's way of telling you no. Get used to it and learn how to process no. Her no is her no. That doesn't mean they're all gonna say no. Don't take it personal and keep trying. You can't hit shots that you don't shoot.